Alright, everybody, this is Zaxter99. Guys, last week, 7 days ago, back on February 10th, Friday, February 10th, I played a brand new game that came out to Steam called Zombie Prison Break because it came in at a price tag of only $3.99 and it looked like it might be pretty fun. And so I decided to try it out to see if it was good or bad or, hopefully to find another little hidden gem. And sadly, Zombie Prison Break ended up making Miss number 304 just because I was so frustrated with the game not working. You see, I left a negative review. Sean Mercer, it is his first game on Steam. And since I left that negative review, one of my big problems was that I would hold my right mouse button in to shoot the blowgun that he gave you, the only starting, gun that you had at the start. You would have to hold right mouse button in to aim down the sights and then left mouse button to shoot. And so many times I would hold my right mouse button in and then try to hit left mouse button while aiming down the sights to shoot. And it would not shoot at all. So that was my biggest frustration. I kept it over and over again, and there were 30 zombies chasing me around at, the speed of light, and it frustrated me, and I ended up raging in the video. Probably one of my bigger rage videos in quite a while. So with that, guys, if you look at my review from last week, you see he has his friend, a friend of the creator with 2 reviews, gave it a positive review with a key redemption. And then we also see somebody else with 1 review on their account and only 7 games. This is a very suspect. It's almost like, is this an alternate account of his friend? Is this an alternate account of the developer himself? Looks really suspect when it's his first review and this account only has 7 games. Talking about how amazing the game is, and it gets a 9 out of 10 overall. Everybody should try it out. This just looks super suspect. I don't know if this is legit or what, but this looks very suspect. Anyway, guys, on my review that I left last week, the developer immediately responded the very next morning and said thanks for the review. Said he watched my video carefully and took notes. He said he'll add in a volume slider setting because that was part of my problem. I was getting the same kind of growl sounds no matter where I was. No matter how far away the zombies were. He said he would reduce the sounds of the zombies, adjust zombie speeds, and adjust weapons. He says, I'm sorry you had trouble with the blowgun. I obviously didn't explain how it works in the game, but for that gun to work, you have to aim down the sights for it to shoot. I will clarify that in the game and add another gun in the beginning area to get the gameplay moving faster. So he basically acted like I didn't know how to play an FPS game. Is really what he's doing here. He's blowing it off like I didn't have a clue how to play the game. So he said in your YouTube video, you said you'll give me a week to make these updates. I'll do this in my spare time and try to get them done by then. Once it's updated, I'll leave a comment on everything I did in your video. So if we look at my video, guys, from last week, I want to show you guys this. He did comment on my video saying he fixed the issues, by the way. I've updated the game with all the information you've said. And he... I was like, all right, fair enough. I'll record a new video for you soon. And you advance through the game more, and ankle biter zombies will come out. They are fast, but do low damage, etc., etc. But anyway, he said he addressed the game. But I just want to go back, guys, and I want to go back to him saying that I didn't know how to play the game. At several points of the video, I do say that I'm holding my right mouse button in, and you can see me aiming down the sights, and you can see me not shooting. As in this clip right here from my first play of the game. Okay, that's twice now I've tried to shoot this zombie. Sean, do you understand that when zombies are running at me like this, my gun has to fucking work? I have a gun, I have an ammo loaded that says I have 1. Boom, doesn't do anything. That's the 3rd time now I've tried to shoot him. And my left mouse button does nothing when I have right mouse button completely pressed. You see this? Again. Yeah, you see I'm saying that I have right mouse button pressed and I am aiming down the sights, as you can see right here. It says I have 1. See, I'm aiming down the sights right there. That is definitely aiming down the sights, and the gun is not shooting. Doesn't do anything. That's the 3rd time now I've tried to shoot him. So this happened multiple times throughout my video. So for the developer to be saying, hey, and trying to act like it's just, here he's trying to act like it's, I didn't know how to play the game. No, Sean, I do know how to play FPS shooters. I do know the right mouse button is typically to aim before you can shoot. I'm not an idiot, right? So your game was failing, and I have video proof of that. It's happened multiple times in my video. So it would be nice if indie developers would actually acknowledge that they have a problem with a game when they can clearly see it in a video and not try to put the problem off on the reviewer. I'm just saying. I mean, you can see the video, you can see I was aiming down the sights, and you can see that I was getting frustrated because the game wasn't working. But anyway, guys, I mean, the developer, he does show that he cares. He did listen to me. He did take the comparison of his game. So another big problem I had right away before I even played the game was that he was comparing his game to a AAA game. It said something like, this game has the same kind of quality as AAA games or something like that. And I immediately went off on him for that before I even played. And you can see that in the video that I did last week. But it hasn't been a full week now, guys. We're going to go ahead and give Zombie Prison Break another try and see if he's addressed the main frustration I had with this game last week. We'll be back to take a second look at this game right after this. Alright, welcome back everybody. We are launching the game now. And we have, it looks like, the same kind of screen here. Okay, and to Sean, I don't know if I addressed this in my video last week, but I think that I like all this settings and stuff like that, but it's really hard to read. It's kind of hard on the eyes as well. I think I would darken your bricks, make your bricks a lot darker so that your settings actually are a lot more readable. I mean, it's already kind of hard to read them because the font isn't the, most clear font in the world. So I'm not saying you have I have a problem with the font, but with a weird font and then the background being really bright and the font being bright, white, it makes it kind of hard to read. So I would just darken your background, darken these bricks, I think is what I would do to fix that. And all right, so we do have a volume here now. I think that was one of my problems, was that I didn't have a volume setting last week. So we're going to go ahead and just do the master volume. We're going to hit apply, and let's go ahead and play. Okay. Pick up blowgun. Let's go ahead and get that before we turn up the alarm. Okay. So, Sean, yeah, you don't need to put the words right there. I mean, I figured out the alarm pretty quickly last week. Let's see. Okay, the first shot worked. I was aiming down the sights, and it worked. Now, it was working sometimes last week, to be fair. Okay, so this looks really bad. He was on the table, I guess, and he died up in the air. I would definitely have physics apply here. If they die up in the air, they should fall to the ground. So you'll want to address that, Sean. Okay, I want to see this shooting down the sights and shooting. I want to see this work every time. Okay, it failed there. It did not shoot him. Instead, it reset the gun. I'm aiming down the sights. Okay, it worked the second time. So it's still not working perfect, Sean. And if I have a whole bunch of zombies after me... Okay, I need to make sure I have... Let me reload. There we go. I want to make sure I have the ammo. Okay, it worked that time. So I think we're 2 out of 3 on working. Okay, I feel like the gun should have already reloaded by itself by now as well. You see my gun hasn't reloaded. If I only have one bullet in my blowgun at a time, it needs to reset by itself. So that should be an easy fix for you, Sean. You'll want to make sure that my ammo automatically reloads. There, I shouldn't have to hit the R key 5 minutes after my last shot to reload. Have it automatically do that. Okay, it worked that time. I'll go ahead and hit the R key to reload. Okay, that was kind of glitchy when I hit my right mouse button there. Okay, it looks like it's working most of the time. It looks like I just have to make sure I'm reloaded. Okay. But is it going to work when it matters? That's the question. Oh, I got pinned in here. Okay, that's frustrating. Let's redo it again. Still needs a lot of polish, though, as you can see. I mean, I do like that he is addressing some of the issues and making it better. But yeah, you don't need to show the... I guess that's fine, showing the turn-off alarm. I mean, it might help somebody out. Aiming down the sights. Okay, good, good. You want to hit your arcade to reload every time because the game doesn't automatically do that for you.
Ugh, I gotta aim down to shoot this one.
Okay, I am aiming down, Sean. So I see he added his voice saying I gotta aim down to shoot this one. I am aiming down. I am pressing the right mouse button right now. And you can see that. You can see that my hand is right in front of my face. So if I let go of right mouse, I let go of right mouse and it doesn't do anything. Let me right mouse again. Oh, there we go. I guess I wasn't right, but I was holding down my right mouse button. So it's still a little bit glitchy, for sure. Because I was definitely holding my right mouse button down. So maybe the problem is, Sean, I'm not sure, this is just a guess. Maybe if I hit my right mouse button before the game automatically reloads me, maybe that causes a problem. I don't know. But okay, so I'm aiming down my sights. I got a bullet. That worked. Okay. Yeah, right here, I feel like the game should automatically reload me. See how I'm not reloading and I have to hit my R key? I would have the game automatically reload you. Like, you know, a second after you shoot. Okay. Right mouse button. I'm aiming down the sights. It worked. It is working better, so it is improvement. For sure. I think the biggest thing, Sean, that you need to do is make sure the game automatically reloads for you. Most of these games like this will definitely automatically reload the game for you. Oh, let's not get stuck again. Oh my god. I thought you said you slowed down these zombies, Sean. They seem like they're fast as ever, bro. And there's so many of them. This is what I'm talking about. My game better work right now. It did. Okay. I got a bullet. Aiming down the sight. It worked. Oh, they lost me.
Ugh, I gotta aim down to shoot this one.
Okay, so this is another situation where I am holding my right mouse button down, but it's not showing my hand in the right position. So let me let go and hit it again. Yeah, my hand needs to be way up like that. So sometimes when I hit my right mouse button, Sean, it's not aiming down the sights. I don't know what causes that. Let me see if I can figure it out. I shoot. No, I don't. I don't have any ammo, so it's not when I don't have ammo loaded. If I hit R. Okay, so what happens is if I here's your problem, Sean. If I hit right mouse button while I'm reloading, then it doesn't aim down the sights and I have to let go. So you probably want to make sure that if I'm hitting right mouse button while I'm reloading, that after I reload, it aims down the sights. So your game needs to always read the player's right mouse button, and it's not doing that. So for whatever reason, the game's not checking for my right mouse button pressed after the game's done reloading. That's your problem. You need to fix that. Okay. And then I think your game will work for... So if I hit R to reload and I hit my right mouse button right now, I'm holding my right mouse button. Yeah, and it's not aiming down the sight. So I have to let go of my right mouse button and then do it again for it to aim down the sights. So you don't want your player to have to do that, especially if they're being chased by 100 zombies. You want the game to automatically always be checking for a right mouse button pressed. And if it is, and you're not reloading, it needs to aim down the sights, period. Okay. And I'm not hitting these guys. Okay. There we go, finally. So your zombies have lost me? This guy hasn't lost me. This guy moves so fast, okay. Oh, now he's got me. So I must have been behind an invisible... I don't know what I was. I don't know why the zombies lost me. I'm not even going to begin to guess. Yep. Okay. Now I know he said there was another gun somewhere. Maybe upstairs? Yep, there it is. F. Use my mouse wheel. It gets my new gun. Aiming down the sight. Oh. Oh, I have lots of ammo here on this one. It's not just one ammo. Okay, let me... Okay. So with this gun, I have another problem. I have to continually mash my left mouse button to keep firing. I feel like if I just hold my left mouse button down, it should auto fire. I shouldn't have to basically repeatedly hit my left mouse button to continue firing. If I have ammo in the gun, holding my left mouse button down should... Yeah, see, it only shoots once if I just hold my left mouse button down. I feel like it should fire continuously as long as I hold my left mouse button down. But that's maybe just a personal preference, but I'm sure that most people would agree with me on that. Yeah, I have 190 points. I think some of the doors cost 250 last week or 200 or something like that. Yeah, I shouldn't have to continually, repeatedly mash my left mouse button to shoot with this gun. I don't think. But we're definitely doing better. We're making a lot more progress than I did last week. And I'm not getting nearly as frustrated as I was last week. So that's a definite improvement. Okay, why did that thing spawn right in front of me? That's not good. Yeah, zombies should never spawn right in front of you or right on top of you. So let's make sure that never happens. Make sure the game's always checking for where the zombie's spawning and make sure it's not within a certain range of the player. Because that feels cheap. If a zombie or a monster spawns right on top of you or right at your feet, that comes off feeling cheap. And especially if I was to die because of that, that would frustrate the crap out of me. Yeah, so make checks and make sure that enemies are not spawning, you know, that close to me. This guy is tough. I don't want him to touch me. He might kill me in one hit. Oh, okay. That wasn't a very satisfying kill. I would much rather see what's going on. I heard a zombie. Where was it? Oh, shit. There we go. Okay. Well, I don't really think I'm ready to open... Okay. This also is a problem, Sean. We shouldn't... There's so many zombies here. This isn't how you add challenge to a game, is by making so many fucking zombies that I'm almost dead. Yeah. There's a lot of problems with this game. This isn't how you create a challenging game, Sean. Is to just throw 50 fucking zombies moving this speed at me at once. This feels cheap, man. Yeah, this isn't the proper way to make a game challenging. Make your zombies smarter and not so fast and numerous. Because I feel like I don't have a chance here. Especially with a gun where I have to continually mash my left mouse button to shoot repeatedly. I'm trying... I gotta keep moving or I'm gonna get pinned in. That would piss me off, to be quite honest. Okay, I feel like we also need some kind of a cool sound effect like a bing. Every time we kill a zombie, we need some kind of a satisfying sound effect, like pa-ching, pa-ching, or something. I don't know. Some kind of a satisfying sound effect that lets us know we got a kill. Like right now, I have no idea when I get a kill or not, except by looking at the zombie. And with this many zombies chasing me, it's kind of hard to... Yeah. I want to hear a satisfying ding every time I kill a zombie. That would definitely make the game a lot more fun to play. It's the simple things like that that go a long ways in these kind of games. It can make the difference between them not being that much fun and being really fun and satisfying to play. The little guy is annoying as shit. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I want to hear some kind of a ding or jingle or something like that. It doesn't have to be that long. You only want to make it like a half a second long or something like that. But some kind of a chime every time I get a kill. And maybe even see plus 50 points in the middle of the screen that fades away. Or plus 100 points, or however many points the zombie's worth. Yeah, we get points down at the bottom. So if it's 30 points or whatever, we need to see how many points. Plus 30 and a ding. Right now I'm seeing nothing, so I'm getting like no satisfaction. I feel no satisfaction at all for getting these kills. Just because the game's silent and doesn't show me any kind of reward in any way. And just even a ding and showing the score on the screen that fades away would make the game much more satisfying to play. And the advice I'm giving here, guys, could go to help a lot of indie developers. Whether you're making a 2D game or whether you're making, you know, a game like this or whatever. I feel like the basic principles that I'm going over here could help a lot of indie developers. And I'm giving you my feedback based on me being a game developer myself, you know, as well. Okay, let's see. We can go 350 points for that one. Okay, and I don't know if the game's just continually throwing more zombies at me. You know, like every time I beat a wave, it kind of sucks that every time I beat a wave, like 50 more zombies immediately come at me. Like, I want to open a door, but I don't want to open a door and get into more zombies when there's already 50 zombies chasing me. So I feel like after 2 or 3 waves, like, you should quit throwing new zombies at the player. Like, let the player open a door and open up some more of the map with the points they've earned. Because if you just continually throw 100 zombies at me or more and more zombies at me every time, I'm never going to want to open a door because I already got more than I can handle in the game right now. And that is also super unsatisfying, and this is frustrating at this point. It's like, goddamn, let me open a fucking door. I'm not going to open a door now and have even more zombies than I already have because you have so many zombies now. This is, So I guess my strategy here is going to be kill all of them except one, and then open a door. Yeah, but I feel like you're throwing more and more zombies at me every time, and never giving the player a chance to open the door. And that is not fun. Definitely not fun. There's no satisfaction in killing these zombies because I'm not even getting a ding or a chime. I'm not seeing how many points I scored. I'm not getting loot from them. Yeah, they're not dropping any kind of gold or anything that I can pick up, or bullets or anything. So I get zero satisfaction for going through all this work. And this just isn't fun. It's not rewarding at all. So this game definitely can get a lot better. I feel like the developer definitely has a good foundation for what could be a really fun game. But right now, it's just not there yet. Granted, it's definitely come a long ways. He's making improvements. But hopefully some of the advice I'm giving him now can help him continue to make his game better. And, yeah, Sean, I mean, I hate to sound like I'm an unhappy guy and you're, you know, like, dissing your game big time or whatever. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm actually trying to help you make your game better. And I think, you know, if you stop back and listen to my points and do the things I'm saying, and your game becomes a lot more fun, I think you'll definitely thank me later when you start getting more purchases and more positive reviews. And even when you play the game yourself and you're like, damn, this game is more fun. I'm glad I listened to Zach's. You know? So I'm trying to help you out, is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to just rag on your game. So there it is, guys. I'm not going to continue to play this anymore because another thing that I'm having a problem with is the game is now starting to feel nauseating to me. I'm starting to feel nauseated, and that's the biggest reason. I mean, all the reasons I already talked about, how the game's not satisfying to play, how it continues to throw more and more zombies at me all the time, no matter how many I kill. Like, I want it to stop and let me fucking open the door, and it's not doing that, so I'm getting no satisfaction from playing the game. It's not rewarding in any way at all. Like I said, the zombies aren't dropping any kind of loot. I'm getting no reward at all for killing these things, and that sucks. But another problem here, Sean, is that this is going to be a problem. The nausea that I'm talking about is going to be a problem for a probably a small percentage, like maybe 20% or less of your players. But it is a known fact that people can experience nausea playing an FPS type game. You know, a game where an FPS first person shooter, a game like where you're looking at your own eyes. And the reason people start feeling nausea is not the movement or the fast movement, or it's nothing like that. Typically, what it is more than anything, and I've learned this over the years of playing these indie games, it's when an FPS game has a camera zoomed in too much. So I would love to know what your field of view is in this game, but it's almost like you lock this field of view in. I'm going to guess you've locked the field of view in at like 70 or 75, maybe 80. But I'm going to guess it's somewhere between 70 and 75. And you got to understand that most people in real life, they're used to seeing in the real life world a field of view, I believe it's like 95 to 100. So our real life field of view, I think it's like 95, maybe 98, something like that. It's close to 100. And when you all of a sudden you start playing a game and the game is locked in, say your field of view in the game is 75, that can actually cause a person's brain to be confused and cause them to start feeling nausea. Again, this probably only affects like 1 in 5 people, but it's a big enough percentage to where it's probably worth it to at least have a setting where you can change your field of view back to like 100. And I would definitely have a setting here in your settings where you can change the field of view from like 75 all the way to 110 or something like that. So let the players zoom the camera back, and you can see that if I resume, Sean, you can see that if I get rid of this blood here, okay, you can see how the camera, like if I ask you guys, anybody watching this video that's interested in what I'm saying, look at your hands. Put your hands in front of your face. You know, put your hands out in front of you and look at your hands. Look at how much of your arms you can see with your natural vision. And then look at where my hands are and where the camera's at in this game. And that's the field of view. That's because the field of view is too low in this game. It's not anywhere close to what our real world field of view is. And this is why a lot of people experience nausea when that FOV is too low. So there you go. You can see it clearly there. I can barely see my wrists in the game. But if you look in real life and you put your arms out in front of you, you can almost see your bicep, right? By just looking straight ahead, you can, you know, in your peripheral vision, you can see your bicep, but you can definitely see from your elbow out. And here you can see, I definitely don't see my elbow. I don't see my bicep, even in a blurry part down here. The field of view is too zoomed in, and that's going to cause a lot of people to feel nausea. So there's another big suggestion for not only you, Sean, but anybody that's making a... I see this a lot in indie horror games where they lock the field of view in like at 70 or 75, and I can't hardly play those games at all because I start feeling nauseated playing. And I'm starting to feel nauseated playing your game right now, and it's because the field of view is too low. So definitely add a setting where we can change the field of view if somebody's playing your game and they're like me, and it's going to cause nausea. You definitely want to be able to move. You want the player to be able to move that field of view back, or you could, you know, set the field of view back at 90 or 95 yourself if you didn't want to increase that slider. Change the field of view to like 95 instead of 75 or whatever you have, and I bet you I could play it without feeling nausea. So with all those tips, guys, I hope that I've helped this developer out. The game, because of the issues at hand there, because of the game not auto-reloading your gun, because of the game not checking continuously to see if my right mouse button is pressed, So again, the game while you're reloading doesn't check to see, or after you reload, it doesn't check to see if your right mouse button is pressed. And if it is, it doesn't, if your right mouse button is pressed, it doesn't aim down the sights. So that's something that needs to be fixed. Because the game seems like it continuously shows wave after wave after wave after wave at you without allowing you a chance to open a door. There's a lot of problems here, and because the game's not satisfying or fun to play, and that can be resolved by simply showing us how many points we scored in the middle of the screen that disappears or fades away, and giving us just a chime. It can be a really simple sound, just like a ching, a satisfying, pleasant sound. We don't want it to be an annoying sound. We want it to be like a ching, ching. And you can find, free sounds all over the internet. Freesound.org has a lot of free sounds, and there's a lot of other websites that you can use for free sounds. But give us a really satisfying like chime or ding or something like that every time we get a kill. Pop up how many points we scored, plus 25, plus 30, plus 50 or whatever, and have it fade away. Like, we don't want the sound to be very long. We don't want to hear da 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 da. That would be too much every time we get a kill. We just want to hear a single ting, something like that would go a long ways to helping us feel satisfaction. Obviously, also maybe having 1 in 3 zombies drop something. Maybe drop some health, maybe drop some ammo, maybe your guns run out of ammo and you can pick up ammo, or I don't know. Something to reward the player, something to pick up is also fun, makes the game more fun. So, and also that field of view, definitely throw in a field of view, either back up your field of view or throw in a slider in the settings so people don't start feeling nauseated if they're like me and, their brain doesn't differentiate between real life and a game that well. It can fuck with a lot of us and make us feel nauseated playing a game like this. If we start playing it 15, 20 minutes, we'll start feeling sick to our stomach, and if we play long enough, we'll actually throw up. Like, it's not something in our head, it's not something we're making up, it's just some of us are affected that way. Okay? So the game is still going to say a miss or a not recommend until the developer addresses some more of these issues that I brought up and makes the game more fun, more compelling to play, and make sure that players like me aren't going to start feeling nauseated after playing the game for 15 minutes. So again, Sean, love you, man. You're doing a great job. You're addressing a lot of the issues. At least you're not comparing your game to a AAA game. I see that you care about your game, and that's huge. A lot of indie developers throw their stuff out on Steam. They don't give a damn. They don't update their game, and they don't care about the issues. They just say, screw you. I'm not going to listen to you or whatever. So it shows that you care about your game because you are listening to my criticism and my complaints about the game. You can definitely make this game a lot better as long as you're listening to me and you make these changes. A lot of the changes I'm talking about are pretty simple, and they can go a long way. Like, for example, adding a chime to the game. Super simple add-on. Making sure the game checks to see if you're hitting the right mouse button after you reload. Super simple fix. A lot of these changes are very simple fixes, and they'll go a long ways to making your game show big-time improvements and be a lot more fun and satisfying to the players. All right, with that, guys, be sure you comment down below if you guys are watching this video and you notice anything else or you have any ideas for this developer. Be sure and comment down below. Let him know. Maybe you missed something or maybe I missed something that you're seeing. Be sure and comment that down below as well. Something you think that he could add that's a pretty simple fix that could make the game be a lot better. Definitely throw it down in the comments below. I'm sure he would appreciate that. I know I would appreciate it as a content creator myself. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Peace, everybody. Take care.